the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Memo, very good morning by Nsem-Pii TV. So, Lawyer Paul Adom Otchere and or this some untold secret be to the FIR the National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no a made the opposition party any the new force movement a omopeni anadoda omano na saribedi akon idea dodo na Kwame Cheddar na Paul Adom Otchere the secret be to the say the new force movement twa omatwe muti na mo pese omoba as content coming December general election no NDC amanyoko no na hyehyɛ omase NDC amanyoko na ye omu wodi momla na se general election mi so ebetodwa Ghana mamu ha na movement bi ana independent party bi atwa omuti a aya omo mainly focus on say omo pese omo one city the government party na NDC amanyoko no the new force movement akọ agreement and a secret meeting ana omayo mu wodi omomla se na be omo so benya vote kakra na NDC amanyoko no the afa ho aba power bi man Ghana mu ha ene lawyer Paul Adom Otchere the secret mebre na to dwa say do odimu akotene pa NDC ni a odimu akotene pa North Town mrashe bedwani Okudzeto ablakwa na Nsem-Pii na no dey to dwa me say BP message beko na kote lawyer Paul Adom Otchere ono secret bi a uncover from between NDC amanyoko no and the new force movement yanko kote Nsem.
Story. I do not think that this is a very interesting story. I do not think that the interview that was conducted was intended to bring out this information. Now, the presidential candidate of the new force, Kwame Bediako, here on our screen, attended an interview at TV3 with our friend Captain Smart. And so you can understand the context of the interview. This is a platform that largely promotes the opposition philosophy, which is okay. And Captain Smart is largely thought to be critical of the government, which is also okay. Kwame Bediako appears there. Now he's running like he's running like sort of independent movement of sorts. Often it is looked at by political PR people, and I have to ask Dr. Echesikanko about this. When there's an election and people are running as independent, it appears that they are running with the opposition. They are running against the government, and it should appear that they're running also against the opposition. But when that happens, it looks like they are running with the opposition somehow. So Kwame Bediako seem to be finding good officers or better officers with opposition media or media that is aligned to the opposition than media that is aligned or thought to be aligned to government, because he's running not against the opposition but against government, as it were. So he appears, Kwame Bediako then appears on Captain Smart's show on TV3, and he's being questioned, okay? He's being questioned. And then he's questioned about this lady, the Belgian lady, who came in. If those of you are just hearing the story for the first time, this is a Belgian lady. She was working in Ghana. As it turned out, she had worked at GH1 before, sort of stinks at GH1, and she's been working around, and she was began to conduct PR communications for the new force even before the new force was unveiled. She began to conduct communication for the new force. She seemed to be quite adept at her work. She seemed to be doing her work okay. And then one day, issues about her citizenship came up in question. She was questioned about, are you Ghanaian? I mean, what's the point of you, a foreigner, as you look, communicating for a political party that's looking to win power in Ghana? What's the point? And then the question became legal, and she was arrested by the police on the basis that she had, not that she didn't have a work permit, that she had actually faked a work permit. The complaint was that she had said she's a student of a particular school here in Ghana, and the records show that she's not a student of the school at all. On the basis of that, her citizenship or work permit was heavily questioned, and then she was released on bail. The action was refiled, and then the decision was taken by the immigration that they have made a substantive finding about her citizenship, and therefore they'll deport her according to the law. It is her right to challenge that directive and that decision by the Director of Immigration, who has the power to do so, and to deport anyone if the person is found to have incompetent documentation to work or remain in Ghana. if you have that kind of documentation that is incompetent, then the Director of Immigration has the power under the law to deport you. So the Director of Immigration exercised his authority rather than prosecuting her in court for an offense, exercised authority and ordered her deportation, and she was duly deported to Belgium. So that became the first big story about the new force, even before the unveiling of their leader, Nana Kwame Bediako. Now, after this, the mask was unveiled of Nana Kwame Bediako's face, and everyone knew that it was him. There was wide suspicion and speculation that it would be him, but now it was certain that Nana Kwame Bediako was leading the news force. So Nana Kwame Bediako then engages in a series of interviews. He appears on CTTV with Bernard Able. I watched that interview. I enjoyed it terribly. And then he's on Joy FM. I listened to that as well. Then he shows up on TV3, and you know, Captain Smart is about a third or fourth person interview. So he's trying to build up more content about Nana Kwame Bediako, which is useful, isn't it? So then Captain Smart asked him, why did you find Madam X? And then Nana Kwame Bediako, I don't know whether he was not alive to the political context of the answer that he was going to give, but he was being truthful. And he said to Captain Smart that it was Sami Okudzeto Ablakwa who introduced me to the lady. Immediately all the political antenna went up. Everybody's political antenna said, hey, wait a minute, what's going on here? I was just enjoying it. He said, then Captain Smart was also taken aback a little bit. So what are you saying? He said, yes. It was Sami Okudzeto who introduced me because I went to Mepe when the flood occurred. And you know, that's Okudzeto Ablakwa's constituency. I went to Mepe, and there in Mepe, she also had been to Mepe to try and help the people, as had many Ghanaians done. And according to Nana Kwame Bediako, it was at Mepe that Sami Okudzeto introduced the two of them. He didn't quite say that Ablakwa said he should run any business for his company, and he didn't quite say if Ablakwa knew the intentions of Nana Kwame Bediako in terms of forming a political movement to run for election 2024, and that it was within that context that he was introducing her to assist him or not. He didn't quite, Captain Smart didn't get there. Obviously, he didn't get there because the information that had come out was clearly not intended. And anyone with political antenna would have seen that something has been said which ought not to have been said. I don't find any problem with it. It's just that we have to know that there's further questions from us to Nana Kwame Bediako. So the question to Nana Kwame Bediako is that when Ablakwa introduced the lady to you, was he aware that you had a political movement coming? Had you discussed the political movement with the NDC and NDC actors like Ablakwa? Did you discuss that with them? Was he aware? Was he asking her to support your activities in that movement? Or was it just a simple introduction that the two of you can work? Ablakwa clearly knows what this lady does and also must know that Nana Kwame Bediako is a businessman. I'm not sure whether at that particular time he was aware. I guess he was, but I don't know. That Nana Kwame Bediako was up to a political movement. By that time, the new force thing was already out. It's been out for a very long time. And so maybe he was aware. If he was aware, and the last question is the NDC working with Nana Kwame Bediako to hopefully unseat the NPP administration in December or November's election? That's the question we are putting. If you have an answer, please text. Is the NDC working actively? Does the NDC need the support of movements like Nana Kwame Bediako and others sort of draw attention to something wrong that the NPP is doing, and hopefully they will get the advantage because they have a bigger political party? Can the NDC prosecute their own agenda without the help of any political party or any movement, or creating movements to mushroom around so that it creates a certain context for the election? I don't know the answer to these questions, but this is just an interesting story of gossip value that came out from that interview that we watched on Ny3 with Captain Smart. That was funny. That was really so this story came out, breaking news. Wontumi versus Menchia, as they put it. Menchia Claire Chairman Wontumi and Nananom advised Kokoso Hine to abstain from bringing political issues to Mampong Palace. I think that's a fair verdict. I don't know. I think that's a fair verdict. What excited me at the beginning was the Asante Hine's initial order for his people to discontinue the action. It was said that Chairman Wontumi had said something, untoward about Asante Hine in his argument with somebody. From what the chiefs have issued, they have cleared Wontumi, and they've also advised the chief that when you have a personal matter with somebody, don't make it a palace matter, don't make it a Mampong matter. The man Wontumi narrated to the people and argued that this is what had happened, this is what he has said, this is what he has said. He has no intentions to disrespect Asante Hine. And everyone will believe that. Everyone who knows Wontumi will believe that he has no intentions to disrespect Nana Asante. I do not think that there are Ghanaians anywhere who have an intention to disrespect Nana Asante or to disrespect any other traditional authority. I think that when we are fighting our politics, let's fight our politics, and let's not try and create a disadvantage for our opponent and an advantage for ourselves. Let's deal with the issue. Politics must be fought on issues, must be fought on policy. Let's stop that. You are talking to me, and because I know somebody, I will go and tell the person that you have insulted me, you have insulted him, when I know that you didn't insult him, that you had a direct confrontation with me. Let's keep the politics like this. An election year, so there's going to be a lot of temptation for people who know important people to try and swing a battle that is theirs and add the important person and all that. Let's deal with the issues. Let's deal with the issues. As for the insults, we've been telling them for a long time they cannot stop, so we leave them. But there are those who are beginning to see through that no prejudice, no insult. Let's deal with the issues. This is the issue. It is wrong. It is right. It is not good. It is crass. It is bad. It is all of that. But this issue about personality and trying to unnecessarily generate tension in other places. That's why I like what the chief said, that they advised Kokosohini that he should let matters, the advice is here. They advised Kokosohini to abstain from bringing political issues to Mampong Palace. Mampong Palace is apolitical. Mampong Palace is older than any politician, political situation in Ghana. Mampong Palace is 300 years old. It's older than colonialism itself, and it's older than any political establishment. It was there before the Aborigines Rights Protection Society, the first political party in 1894. John Mensah Saber's party was set up in 1894. Mampong Palace was already there 300 years ago, and Mampong Palace was there 100 years before that happened. So all the chieftaincy institutions outlive our politics. And let us be sure that when we conduct political activity, we do not bring the chieftaincy institutions. On this note, I'll say thank you to Mampong Palace and congratulations to Chairman Wontumi for coming out of this well. And I can't end this, but take us to a prayer session with Chairman Wontumi.
In English. Okay. English. Today, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thou your name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. As it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as forgiving those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For that is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Chairman, and congratulations.
Amen. In English.
Okay. English.
Today, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thou your name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth. As it is in heaven, give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as forgiving those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For that is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Thank
for Ghana. Obviously, there be a Congress. As if football is an island. It's not an island. So them sure. What has happened? A few people took over football because the Congress has only 120 people, and you know what happens. I mean, to control 120 people is not. It's Gaza. You know, especially at the time when money came into football. That was the first time we went to a World Cup. 26, 2010, 2014, and any team that goes to the World Cup gets at no less than $10 million. Never accounted to anybody. People became law unto themselves. And I kept advising. I even called Alaji Jawula, so friend Abusano. I've had to talk to Nana Bri Butler. And my friend Penny Funbi said, look, let's sit down and get back to this arrangement that worked for Ghana.